What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Lavon Cason. I'm back at it again with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a reaction video of the video that it is called, pretty much, These Kids Are Skipping College to Be TikTok Famous. Now, I'm a 23-year-old small YouTube content creator. And I'm curious to know with this video, what am I going to learn from this? Because I'm going to be real with you guys right now. I do not plan on making a TikTok. I have no interest of being a TikTok content creator. I just have no interest of doing that. I just don't. But I feel like this Vice News documentary or mini documentary, I might learn something today.
Okay, play the audio. Play your audio.
Let's play the video right now.
Let's emphasize.
Right.
Go ahead. Let me see it. Let's go.
They probably just made $15 million doing that.
I was like, what do y'all do? And he was like, I'm an influencer.
He actually answered, I'm an influencer?
Yes.
Right.
I said, how do you make money? I've never understood it. He was like, you know how there's like Beyonce and Jay-Z, famous people for music? He's like, well, we're famous for social media. I'm like, so people follow y'all just to watch your life? And then he was like, yeah. I was like, okay, sign me up.
Let's see if this documentary actually makes me learn something. Let's see. American Grift.
So we're in West Hollywood going to a TikTok house called The Vault, in which 6 people produce content of some sort for 1.5 million followers. Now, I don't know what TikTok is, or if I download it, I suspect there'd be an Amber Alert because I'm too old for this sort of thing. But I need to find out what these people are doing and how they're making money. They're forgoing college and they're forgoing high school.
I would have at least finished high school. I would have at least gotten my high school diploma if I was one of those TikTok creators.
You make a ton of money by dancing on TikTok. It was just before noon when I arrived at Vault House.
That is good. That'll be good content.
And its young occupants had only just peeled themselves from bed, assembling for the day's writer's room, which featured no writers and took place on a couch.
Let's start morning meeting now.
Hello.
Focus.
Hello. We have hella heads today.
What are we doing?
Yeah, but we're gonna have Ballo and Swag Boy Q overs. We should do this.
I think Kira should do a kiss or slap.
I'm not doing that.
They are sick of me kissing people.
No, they're
It's
not. They ask for
boring.
it every time.
I wonder how these, people feel, this year. I wonder what their thoughts on TikTok could be potentially being shut down. Like, I'm wondering what their thoughts would be.
Kieran, Trey kissing. Yeah.
One could be don't bring a girl
Again,
home.
TikTok could be shut down. Could be shut down in the U.S. It could be.
Okay. Oh, yes.
And then one can be don't lose the group. Can you write these down because you're going to forget? And then I'm going to be very upset.
Escalating, girl.
I don't have any idea what's happening.
What's poppin', chicken nugget?
So this is the content that TikTok content creators produce.
I didn't want to go to
And
the
this
party.
is from my generation, guys. This is from my generation, y'all.
I wanted to go to the party to scare bitches.
For the past few years, TikTok has been the fastest growing social media platform in the world. It currently boasts around 1 billion active users. And its astonishing growth was facilitated by crisis. During those long months of compelled COVID hibernation,
You really couldn't go anywhere when COVID was happening. Like, you really could not. So watching content creators was probably one of the things that you guys probably did on YouTube or any social media platform that you were on. You were watching content of some sort online.
TikTok was the most downloaded app in the world. A platform famous for its ubiquitous dance trends became a sort of gateway drug for Gen Zs and younger millennials. Those disinclined to flailing on camera sought notoriety on different terms.
It's to gift me that money back.
TikTok became a vast repository of makeup tutorials, unlicensed psychotherapy, questionable financial advice, and boorish humor.
Potato salad.
Having a more female-based audience makes
Is
you more
better.
money.
Can you explain to me what I was watching?
TikTok is all run by like our age range.
Who's the youngest person? How old are you? Can I ask?
18.
You're 18. Oh, so that's the youngest. None of you are from LA, is that right? How do you get here?
An old member that used to live here invited me just to come like stay and hang out.
And that's somebody you knew through TikTok?
Right. Somebody on TikTok. They offered to trial me, like see if I would be a fit for the house.
I mean, does everybody remember that first time that somebody was like, I want to pay you for the shit that you do?
I thought people were just doing videos for fun and just
Yeah.
go like viral. I had people asking to duet their videos, and they'll pay me. And I'm like $250, and I was working.
What were you doing at the time?
I was working at FedEx.
Slightly better than working at FedEx, isn't it?
Oh, way better.
So on your own TikTok account before you came here, like how many followers did you have?
Before I came out here, I had like 700,000. Well, now I have 1.3 mil.
But so you guys all have your own individual accounts still? And are you posting to those too?
Yes. We just have to figure out how to keep everyone in their content.
Everyone's niche is completely different.
What's your niche?
I just stand in front of the camera and I just blink. I really do.
You're good at standing.
Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes they like me to stand in front of the camera with Spence, or sometimes they request I stand in front of the camera with my leg. And so if they want that, I'm like, okay, well, here's us,
Who's they?
the people watching.
Who has the biggest following? How big is your following?
Right now, I have 4.1 mil.
I'm sorry, what now?
4.1.
You know that's the size of Ireland. It's about 4 million, the population of Ireland. How would you explain your appeal on TikTok?
I'm just known as a scary chick on TikTok.
She's actually talented.
Let's rip this bitch off. The most successful video.
This is the content that people in my generation are making. You know, stuff like this. It's
I
kind
have
of
right now is like
interesting.
at 68
Yeah.
million views right now.
I'm sorry, 68 million views?
Yeah. It's insane.
I'm sorry, what is it?
It's just me like transforming, like turning into like a monster.
How is that monetized, the 68 million? Even if it's fractions of a penny, that's a ton of money.
I actually didn't get paid for that video. I didn't get paid for that video.
That guy who just asked that question is, you know, providing some good questions for the TikTok content creators right now. Like,
Can you leave the number of your manager here so I can fire them for you?
Interesting
How do you
questions
make
right
money?
now.
A lot of promo.
A lot of promo. Wait, so you're not promoting your own stuff, you're promoting...
No, that's all, yeah.
People's songs.
People's songs, products.
I have this one like inexclusive manager who gives me sound promos like songs. So like he's probably my biggest like income.
Is that C taken?
That's my lap.
And as a manager, they take a cut, and they take like 15%?
50, I feel like.
50?
Yeah.
Really?
Agencies will sucker these kids that come from Nebraska or Ohio or like
Wait, isn't someone here from Nebraska?
him. That's why I said it.
So there's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of exploitation in this world, right? Because most of the people are pretty young
Yeah.
and don't have a ton of experience. It's like a pretty fertile ground for ripping people off.
Right.
But you guys make pretty good money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
For the most part, yeah.
Just so you're not identifying yourself and what you make, what's like a range?
Yeah, honestly,
It depends on the person and what your content
make
is.
a lot of money.
It all depends on the engagement at the end of the day. Because I know people that have 5 mil followers, but I know people with 200K that still have better views than them.
Yeah. And they get paid more.
They get paid more.
Like if I have like 2 mil and Spence has 1 mil, and my engagement is like 200,000 a vid, but his engagement's 1 million a vid, he's gonna get more rando than me because he's gonna get pushed out more.
I mean, it's kind of exhausting though, isn't it? Do you guys ever feel like, I don't want to do this anymore?
No, because I know it's
Literally, 2 answers right next to each other. No, yes.
I know if I'm not doing this, I'm in Nebraska, bored up my ass, working a 9 to 5.
Okay, so what's today? What's the rest of the day look like?
We have some guests coming over, some other creators.
Is that normal? That you have like cross-pollination between other houses and things like that?
Yes.
Oh, an ad.
Who's your favorite artist? Who's your
This is
favorite
not a bad documentary so far. It ain't that bad.
Nisha, you get stung.
This is a very interesting documentary.
What's the secret you never told your ex?
The world of influencers is competitive, bitchy, and incestuous.
Oh, absolutely.
A reality show spread across
it is.
dozens of Southern California zip codes. And my first day sequestered in a TikTok house featured an impromptu gathering of LA-based TikTok celebrities.
Okay, then we're gonna just go. Let's go. I don't have time for this. I'm not waiting for them.
None of whom sparked even the faintest
It's always good to have a backup plan just in case if any of this, social media content creation stuff doesn't work out. Like example for myself, I decided to go to college for the past, 4 years since 2019, and I'm actually glad that I was able to get a diploma and a degree, and I plan on getting another degree real soon. And I'm just so glad because what if someday, YouTube, gets shut down? What if someday, Facebook gets shut down? What if someday TikTok gets shut down? I would have a backup plan. I would just go into the traditional workforce or whatever. At least I have that. Well, at least with some of these TikTok creators, man, like you gotta worry. You gotta worry if this gets
It's
shut
like
down.
being present for the recording of a teenage We Are the
You're
World,
gonna have to ask that
but with
question.
more bling and no charity.
Just tell you guys, make sure you're eating, drinking water, stay hydrated.
Yeah, my thing is just like ideas. That's the hardest thing, just coming up with ideas that like no one else does, just making them viral.
Okay? One more time for the outfit, guys.
But even their real-life social engagements are for the benefit of social media. One I forever trained on follower counts.
Woo! That's a lot of work. Okay.
So you increased 15 million in the past year. What on earth did you do to do that? And can you write it down on a small note card for me to do?
Basically, like there's like a married couple or a couple,
Yeah.
or it doesn't matter. And I'll be like, hey, like I'll pay you $10,000 if you let me kiss your girl right now. Can I give a girl a kiss for $10,000 all in cash?
No, well, stop. We're not doing that.
Huh?
We're not doing that.
Do you actually pay them?
I mean, 9 times 10 of them were through on it. So look, I got this guy right here on Instagram. Do you know who this is?
That's my boyfriend.
Well, a lot of guys don't sell their girls for money. Last and final offer, I got $50,000. This is my last time telling you. Just for a kiss.
On the lips?
On the lips.
Okay.
All right?
Yo, chill. 50K with me.
I mean, kissing is that's not that big of a deal. No, that's for 10 grand.
Like 10 grand, that's like
The shit that I would do for 10 grand. I mean, good Lord.
crazy, right?
Whether your talent is paying women to make out with you or just being moderately attractive on camera, the influencer is always thinking about posting. Once you build a following, the key to retaining it is a steady stream of content.
Yes, the dog has to be in it.
In our short attention span age, and on a short attention span app, a lull in production and you'll quickly be overtaken and forgotten.
Yep,
Seemingly
that TikTok viral fame can just come and go just like that. Like that! Nothing more, nothing less. It can all end just like that. If this video ain't, appealing to them or, catching their eye like the first couple seconds, then they just scroll up or down or whatever into the next, TikTok video or whatever. That's what I'm basically assuming.
Choreographed. And countless takes are performed in order to get the videos just right.
Hey, one more time.
Much of what they film never makes it to their feed, but the feed must be constantly fed.
All right, take 10.
The life of the influencer might look like one big vacation, but, I'm repeatedly told, successful TikTok personalities take no time off. And vacations are only possible if sponsored by a brand.
All right, let's rock and roll. Go ahead, Spencer.
Spin.
It's only 8 seconds, Poppy. Get it.
Another ad.
We want to get the logo in the shot first.
Nichelle Vanius is the brains behind Vault House.
Okay.
It's Vanius who recruits the talent, signs them to her TikTok agency, and moves them into one of her half-dozen TikTok houses.
Good job. That looks good.
How did you land on the TikTok influencer beat?
So I was a little familiar having come doing social media, web development. My daughter started YouTube at like 13. I recognized very quickly that this was just basically celebrity endorsements, but on a different level. And I saw how much money it was. We decided to focus on Gen Z. We had already been doing brand campaigns on TikTok since 2018, way before anyone was even paying attention to that platform. And then COVID hit. We were able to double the agency during COVID in 2020.
I mean, you're much more captive audience in those times. I mean, literally captive in a lot of...
They were growing fast. You know, it was still cheaper than Instagram and YouTube. And we started a content house in April. Everybody can post, but no one has 4 walls to do traditional product placement like we do. So you might have a roster of influencers, but I got influencers in a house.
You just sounded like a prison warden.
I've got them on.
You have them captured in this one house.
It was COVID. You can't go anywhere.
She does have a good point. At that time, you really couldn't do a whole lot when COVID was happening. Like, you really couldn't do much.
Authentic, I'm so authentic, original, authentic, I'm so authentic, Hollywood, authentic, you're so authentic, original, authentic, yeah, authentic,
I come to you and I want to be one of your clients. Who do you need me to be?
I need this not to be a hobby.
Okay.
I need this to be your priority. And because we invest in the younger generation, because we know how 10 times their income will be generated when they start getting married and start having kids, then they can work with the Home Depots and the Target, which is where the real money is. If I can maintain your production, our investment in the Gen Z is going to pay full 10 times when they become adults. We want influencers who want to be great, not just influencers who want a number, right?
You pay them well?
They get paid well.
So you don't pay them?
We are not employers. Yes.
Is this some kind of Uber thing, like a contract thing? I know what's going on.
No, we're helping to manage their careers, right? Brands pay them.
What's the average person making a year?
The smallest sponsorship we've done for a house is $20,000. $20,000 a month for a 3-month commitment will get you some piece of content or something out of the housemates in that house. Twin Flames, where we are today, they're just launching, but they've already made money for house deals before we even launched the house.
God, you're inviting dysfunction with a couple's house, aren't you?
No, this is the reality. This is what these kids are already doing.
This house, Twin Flames, is for couples.
babe.
You can imagine, in an era of ubiquitous reality television, why such an arrangement would appeal to Nichelle. Josh and Star just moved into Twin Flames.
What do you mean? Yeah, that's awful, bro.
So you're a TikTok couple?
Yeah.
How many followers do you have?
I have like 10.4 million.
I remember you saying, I won't forget the life jackets.
Who talks like that?
You apparently.
Can we watch the replay?
I would love it.
This What Really Happened replay is brought to you by Progressive. One thing no one would challenge, protecting your home.
Another ad,
with
okay, so the ad
That
is
is
almost
embarrassing.
done, okay.
What do you want?
Oh, another ad?
Want a job that I don't hate.
This video is probably gonna get, demonetized
something that
because
matters.
of the copyright or whatever.
Why?
It's probably gonna get demonetized.
Why you guys over...
He taught me how to make a video blow up, and we kind of just learned the
Because she was never familiar with TikTok. She wasn't even on the platform.
Well, I always wanted to blow up anyway, so I probably would have figured it out. But I probably wouldn't have been at 10 mil right now.
Do you make any money from that?
A lot of money comes from brand deals.
For me, social media is maybe 20% of what I do. I also do website businesses, e-commerce. I do real estate.
You couldn't do that without the money from social media, right?
Oh yeah, social media is literally what provided all of that for me.
So it was essentially for you, it was like seed capital started a company, right?
Yes.
I think social media helped me get signed to management and get my music career started.
Why did you choose to move into this house?
When we first were dating, I had a place in Glendale, and that place cost $4,000 a month. So I'm like, you know what? Instead of paying $4,000 a month, I'd rather come here,
save 50 grand for a year. Yeah,
exactly.
And do you know the other people that have moved into the house, or there are people moving in, right?
Yeah.
Not everyone's moved in.
Yeah, we have a new couple moving in, Danny and Lynn, because our other couple left.
And they were no good?
The guy was just awful.
What is it like living in a house that's not only with just 2 other couples, but under the microscope all the time, always having to perform?
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
I want more.
You want more people
wanting to know about your life.
Mm-hmm. I want to see them just like flood the DMs.
So you want fame.
Yeah.
I think it's refreshing that you admit it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie.
What is it about fame that makes you want it so badly?
I think it's like making money, just being yourself in a way. I don't like working, like to be honest, I don't like working like hard working stuff. I'm gonna be honest. I like entertaining. I like singing. I like dancing in front of the camera. Just be myself to an extent, even though I kind of have to fake it.
I'm a Christian guy. Like I love God because like He's allowed this all to happen for me, and I'll talk about all these different opportunities and try to get people into any opportunity that's available.
What happens if it disappears? What do you do?
Ooh, he asked a tough question. He just asked a tough question right there. What if it all disappears?
Probably devote my life to cats.
To cats?
Cats.
I really thought you were going to say God, but you said cats.
I got you.
Yeah.
Predictably, teenagers having fun and making money provoke the usual moral panic, with breathless headlines about the app precipitating a mental health crisis among teens. Pundits and politicians called for regulation.
Listen, I mean, TikTok is a platform that is basically a Trojan horse for the Chinese government.
The Trump administration, throwing constitutional concerns to the wind, threatened to ban the app.
We are looking at a lot of alternatives with respect to TikTok.
And for the tens of thousands of newly minted TikTok professionals who monetize skill sets that most people didn't even know were considered skill sets, the moral panic became an existential panic.
There was this funny moment, it didn't look like it was actually going to happen, where Donald Trump's like, I'm going to ban TikTok.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, pretend that happened.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do?
Well, personally, I want to get into real estate and I want to start a few of my own businesses. So this
Not bad. That's not a bad plan. If this does get if it was to get banned or whatever, TikTok, not a bad plan.
was never like my main focus.
But for some people,
I'm concerned for them. I'm honestly concerned for that group.
Molly's Parksley. Oh, okay.
Because of the age group, it allows them to be like really immature. Like, there's no parents, everyone's just kind of like living like adults, but like no one's actually an adult.
There's never a moment where you're like, what the am I doing? Do you ever do that?
I don't think I have the time to do that. I just have to deal with it.
But you make money.
Yeah. For the work that you put in, it's definitely worth it.
When you said the word work.
Right, like I use that loosely.
It's work.
It is
Yeah,
work.
I mean, it is though. Do you have a break from it?
No.
Never.
The grind is content. It's constant. I mean, the content creation grind, whether you're on TikTok, YouTube, it's constant, man. None more, none less, guys. It is constant.
They're PDs, but they're black. And you get to pick one. They're not white anymore. Okay,
But Nichelle shrugs off the concerns
Your snake's a thief.
I will be getting a big one eventually.
and puts her money where her mouth is.
Michelle, what's your mean
Her kids are TikTok influencers.
TikTok is still new. Brands are still figuring it out. The younger generation are the ones that set the trends for pop culture.
Why is there so much contempt for them doing that, though?
There was a feeling when it was relegated to the athletes, the musicians,
Yeah.
the actors, who could claim that sort of influence. Now when you open it up and you say anybody and everybody can do it, that puts a little more pressure on you to say, why can't you do it? Previous generations, including mine, you needed a degree. Even if you didn't have a college degree, you were gonna have some sort of technical training. Now you're back to Amy, who lives in Florida, and Amy is making more money than her parents wearing a bikini. That doesn't make everyone feel so good, because then if Amy can do it, why can't you? For me, I went to University of Pennsylvania. I'm an Ivy League grad. I'm expecting
I
there
wonder how these TikTok content creators would actually do on YouTube, because let's remember this, guys. When it comes to, making videos and making the money and all that stuff, you need at least 1,000 subscribers and at least 4,000 watch hours. The hardest part is the watch hours. Subscribers are probably gonna be, easier or whatever. But I think for the YouTube shorts, as far as like getting monetization, I think it's like 10 million views in shorts or something like that. Let me know if I'm wrong on that, or let me know what the actual number is when it comes to, getting monetization by doing shorts. Like, let me know.
Kids are gonna go to top schools. Neither of my daughters decided to go to college.
How do you feel about that?
I know how much money this business makes. They can make six figures at an age that would have taken them getting a master's.
Yeah, but if she has a Yale degree at 60 years old, she can make a ton of money. At 60 years old, what is it?
One or two things happens. You do this, you make a tons of money, you have parents like my daughters have, and they teach you about savings and investing, and you created your own trust fund.
Okay.
You've created generational wealth. You will continue to make wealth if you continue to be an influencer and you haven't burned out. Or you can make money, spend it all, and be washed out, right? Same way you could get a college degree and become addicted to something and, wash out too. Or
again, are you talking about me?
Ooh. Ooh, shots fired! Shots fired!
This alien world, with its often incomprehensible rituals and nomenclature, exists to excite the neurons of teens and ultimately separate them from their parents' hard-earned money. But besides the rapid and often vapid content, it's pretty traditional. Attractive people with varying degrees of talent are lured to LA with dreams of fame. Some make it and some don't. And the ones who do are handsomely compensated.
Yep.
And after all, almost every influencer I spoke to dreamed of a career in traditional movies or on traditional television. There's nothing new in that sense. But there's one noticeable paradigm-shifting difference. Gatekeepers still exist, but there are fewer. No one approves scripts, no executives offer notes, no morons in suits demand moronic rewrites. And while perhaps some of this stuff could use an editor's pen, the content is perishable. It's quickly filmed and soon forgotten. The content doesn't exist to fill some artistic need, with financial compensation a flattering bonus. The content exists almost exclusively to lure the money, to achieve the fame, for everyone to get paid. TikTok has made celebrity more democratic, but it also seems more aggressively commercial. Selling out is no longer an insult.
Okay, we're almost done with the video, guys. We're almost done with the video.
If the content creators create pointless content, the only thing left is the personality, the influencer, the transitory fame of a human billboard.
What are you paying me? What are you paying me? Quick.
$10,000.
$10,000.
For you to kiss it on the mouth.
Come here, Snake.
But first, get it away from me.
You kiss him first.
Nah, that's a might be.
You gonna be 10 man? That man just went angry.
All right,
this is really how influencers make
skip
money.
to the end right
Through global conflicts, not vice versa.
All right, so pretty much what I've learned from all this is pretty much that some content creators, some get successful and some don't. The main thing that I pretty much learned is have a backup plan just in case of any of these social media websites, get shut down. Like, have a backup plan. And you gotta grind with this content creation stuff. Like, you have got to grind when it comes to doing online content creation. You gotta be consistent on making content, whether that's for TikTok, whether that's for YouTube. Like, you have got to be consistent. None more, nothing less. But thank you guys for watching this mini documentary with me. What did you guys learn from this mini documentary of TikTok? Let me know in the comment section below of this video. Hope you guys have a good day, and peace!